Welcome to Paper Crafter's World. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this easy card created using Basic Gray's Marrakesh collection. I'm going to start off with a 5 1/4 by 10 1/2 inch piece of soft sky cardstock from Stampin' Up! That's been scored at 5 1/4 inches and folded in half to create a 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch card. I also have a piece of Paper Tray Enchanted Evening cardstock, and this has been cut to 5 by 5 inches. Now I based this card design around this Basic Gray collection called Marrakesh. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. And I took my pattern paper from this 6 by 6 pad, and this has been cut to 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. So using my ThermaWeb permanent sticky dots, I'm going to center and stick this to that piece of cardstock. I'm then going to take this piece and center and stick it to my card, again using my sticky dots. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside and work on the main focal point piece. So I've chosen another pattern from the Marrakesh 6 by 6 paper pad, and this piece is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and I'm centering and sticking it to a piece of Paper Tray terracotta tile cardstock that's 4 inches by 4 inches. So it just leaves a very nice thin border around. I'm then going to take some of my Paper Tray Enchanted Evening satin ribbon, and I'm just cutting it so that it's a little bit longer than this piece. I'm then flipping this over, and I put some adhesive on the back, and then I'm going to take my ribbon and wrap the ends around to the back of the cardstock, sticking them down to the adhesive that I already placed. Now the next thing that I want to do is to stamp my greeting. For my greeting, I selected one that comes from the Donna Downey Artist in You collection. And as the main embellishment of my card piece, I'm using this little chipboard shape, and this also comes from the Basic Gray Marrakesh designer chipboard stickers. And you can see here it has 4 different sheets of these gorgeous chipboard stickers. So this is the one that I selected. So I'm just laying it on my paper to get a sense of where I want it to be when I'm stamping my greeting. So here I already have my greeting set up on my imaging sheet. I'm using my Tuxedo Memento Black ink, and I've already gone ahead and mounted my stamp onto an acrylic block. Now that that piece has been stamped, I'm going to go ahead and stick it to my card base. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my chipboard piece, and it comes with a little backing, which you just need to carefully peel off. Then being careful to touch the backing as little as possible. You want to arrange it and then stick it down onto your card. I'm now going to add a bow around this piece, and for that I've taken a 12-inch piece of my Paper Tray Enchanted Evening ribbon, and I've used my Bow Easy to tie a bow. Now whenever I'm creating a faux bow like this, I don't like to stick my bow directly to the ribbon underneath because you can see the edges of the ribbon. So I always take a little bit of my button thread or linen thread or any kind of a sewing thread, and I gather the ribbon so that it looks like the bow was naturally tied. And to gather the ribbon, all I'm doing is I'm taking my little bit of thread and I'm tying it where the center of my bow is going to be. So as you can see here, it gathers the ribbon. And then I'm going to tie that in a knot, and I want to make sure my knot's nice and tight so that it doesn't come undone. And then using my scissors, I just want to cut as close to the knot as possible. In order to stick on my bow, I'm going to use a couple of mini glue dots, and I'm just pressing the knot of my bow directly to the mini glue dots to pick them up. And then I'm going to very carefully stick the bow directly over my linen thread. And then I'm just trimming the ends of my ribbon on an angle. So now the last thing that I want to do is to embellish this with a few rhinestones. And here I have some orange rhinestones which I purchased from Paper Tray. And I'm going to use them to cover these little spots that are on my chipboard embellishment. So I'm using the medium size and the largest size, and I'm just using my Cutterbee tweezers to apply them. So there you can see what a nice, beautiful, sparkly touch it adds. And then just to add a little bit more bling in this top corner, to sort of balance out the heaviness that's on the other side of the card, I'm just going to add a little cluster of rhinestones. So I just added 3 rhinestones. And there you can see your card is now finished.